Hey everybody, it's Maggie from Personal Euphoria with today's plank story, or whatever move you want to do story. It's one of my favorites because actually a lot of my Christmas stories are some of my favorite plank stories altogether. But let's get the clock going. This might be a good prep before you go out and shovel today. All right, here we go. All right, so when I was in high school and college, I used to do the Mystic Lantern Light Tours at the Mystic Seaport in Mystic, Connecticut. And if you're not familiar with them, really it's this lovely sort of Christmas-themed holiday show where it's staged like it's the 1800s, and about 20 people or so are led by a guide by lantern light, and you go into all the different historic buildings or on one of the ships at the Mystic Seaport, and in each building, a few actors act out a scene, and there's a whole little just sweet play that plays out in front of you. And so it's a nice thing to do typically around the holiday season. I don't know if they're doing it this year. And so when I first started dating Matt, he came to see me as a guide on the tour. And no one, obviously, in the audience knew he was my boyfriend. He was just there as a regular audience member. But as part of this play, the year it was written, is as the guide, I walked into the pharmacy, and there was mistletoe hanging, and the pharmacist was supposed to point that out, and I was supposed to blush and step away, like, that's so embarrassing. But when that happened, which Matt did not know was coming, he happened to be standing next to me when the pharmacist said, "Oh, you're below the mistletoe." And before I could move away, Matt grabbed me, flung me back in this passionate kiss, and then pulled me back up. And it was, of all my years at the Mystic Seaport, the best tour I ever gave. Because the audience had no idea I knew him. So they just thought some stranger in the audience had kissed me. They thought it was hilarious. They were joking with him. They were joking with me. They would act like they were going to protect me from this guy. They would act like maybe that I was going to meet a guy at Christmas. And then when I finished for the night, the whole cast and crew had heard about this guy on my tour that had kissed me and asked me about it. And I was able to tell them, not to worry, that was just my boyfriend. But anyone who was in my tour that night thinks I got kissed by some stranger. But it was a pretty good kiss. So anyway, that's a 2-minute plank. I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Keep warm and keep moving. In fact, moving is a great way to keep warm.